This is Prague Party People TV, Get to Know Me series, and today we'll interview the Glowsticks, baby.
So you can get cool. So you can get cool. So go on and move on and get going. So when we started it was working, everything was picture perfect, and it seemed like nothing in the world could tear us apart. I was never one to believe in the one.
What's up, verse-atile and Ricky Basil?
What's up, man?
How long you guys know each other?
It's been like a year and a half now. Yeah, almost going on 2 years.
Almost 2 years. This summer closes 2 years.
Okay, I'm asking that because looking to you, it looks like you've been knowing for forever. So it's good, really good combination. Before you get to know each other, what each of you was doing musically? Because I saw some stuff of you in YouTube, I guess. Ricky Basil, it was like solo. You were like R&B artist or something.
No, I was actually, my background before, I was in a rock band. And
Okay.
I used to play a lot of shows in Canada. We were based in like North America mostly, and and then I met him because I was kind of going through a change musically in my life, and then kind of came across him through like a website on Cherry Beach Studios. There's a big studio in Toronto, and I was looking for someone to kind of like change up and just collab with and work with, you know. And yeah, that's what I was doing. So
Yeah. Well, there's actually a third member of the Glowsticks who's not with us right now. He's still back in Canada.
What's his name?
Ace.
Ace.
And the Glowsticks was originally me and Ace, and he had a separate band called Alpha Q. And Features passed before that.
How would you guys define the Glowsticks? Because I was listening to your songs and I cannot understand if it's pop, if it's house, if it's pop house, if it's hip hop, R&B. How would you guys define your sound?
well, that's good. I'm glad that's how you feel.
You just defined it, basically.
Yeah, because I mean we don't like to box ourselves in. You know, music. There's so much different kind of genres of music. We just kind of like to make music whatever we feel like.
And that's kind of the way we got the name, the Glowsticks. We were in the studio, and there was another artist that we produce for sometimes. His name is Richie Blacks, and he was listening to our music, and he was basically saying there's no other way to describe your music besides the fact that it's glowstick music. It's music, regardless of what song you make, it's music you want to grab a glowstick and either shake it or wave it back and forth. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just it's music that stadium music. It's music that's just fun. It's us.
Movement in music in Toronto right now. A lot of artists are coming out. You see that is improving the music scene in Canada.
Yeah, Toronto is really hot right now. You know, there's a lot of artists that put Toronto and Canada itself on the map, right? I mean that's what we're trying to do too because we're from Toronto. There's a lot of eyes in Toronto, and that always helps. But I noticed that there's not a lot of people in Toronto, at least in the electronic music, that's making a lot of noise right now. You know, there's people like Drake, Justin Bieber. He's not from Toronto, but he's still Canadian. You know, very close by, and
Hip hop is more.
yeah, I mean hip hop R&B is picking up.
I mean, besides Deadmau5, it's kind of Deadmau5 was one of the main reasons why Canada was put on the map.
Put on the map electronically for sure, yeah.
music-wise.
But I mean, in the pop mainstream wise, in that electronic music, it's not there yet. So, that's what maybe.
It's getting there.
Okay. And what's in your sound that makes it so catchy? Because I'm like, I'll be honest with you. First time I listened to your songs, I didn't like I Am You. I was like, just another club song. And then when I saw Pardon My Swag, I was like, I don't like it either. And then one day after that, I was waking up and I was like, pardon my swag. And I told to a friend of mine, I was like, I didn't like it, but I don't know why after 2 or 3 days, we are like, pardon my, and it was like, yeah, I feel the same because what's in your sound, but all the songs you do is Pardon My Swag, is I Am You, everything is like this. After you listen 2 or 3 times, it's like it sticks to you.
We usually when we're making a song, we usually put a little bit of heroin and cocaine in it, and you know it gets addictive.
It's just the way we write our songs. It's we you know.
You think about it, you do it on purpose. There is a strategy on it because I don't think
it depends on the song, bro.
The thing is, a lot of times is like, a lot of our songs are not as much as like you would hear. The beat might be a typical club beat, but the way we go about it is not necessarily the way everyone else goes about it. So sometimes your first reaction is like, oh, I'm not sure if I like it or not, because it's new, it's different, it's just random, it's us. But we do write our songs in a way that will forever stick with you. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna sing it.
Yeah,
That's basically what it is.
That's true. And how do you create a song? Like for me and any regular person that lives in this world, we don't know how to put things together. I can be sat in my place and I'm like, I want to do a song. Once I tried, I told my girlfriend, hey, these guys are doing songs. It wasn't you. Fuck, I think I can do better. And I got out of my bed, I picked a pen, and I couldn't do anything. I was like, yeah, maybe I can rap as well, but oh no, I couldn't. I tried to sing, I couldn't as well. So it's not that easy. How do you come to the studio and you define what you want to do? Like the sound that you want to, the things you want to say, the way you want to say, how that all comes together to a song like Pardon My Swag or I and You.
Man, it's a feeling thing.
Yeah.
It's really a feeling and a mood thing. One of the hardest things to do is to channel different emotions from different things. Sometimes you want to write a sad song, but you're in a happy mood. So how do you put yourself in that mood, right? So sometimes it's not even your own personal life experience, but it's learning from others and maybe taking someone else's story and telling that person's story rather than yours, because their story is stronger than your own personal life story, right? Yeah. So it all depends on the song, it depends on the mood.
And now, who creates the beats in the Glowsticks?
We do it together.
We produce together, we write together.
We do everything together. We co-write, we co-produce.
Okay, let's think like now I'm sad. And I tell you my story and you feel really sad about it and you go doing a beat. How do you know that this button gives the sad emotion and this mixed with, you know?
And the thing is, like for me, for verse, when we also make the melody, forget about lyrics. Okay, let's put lyrics aside. When you're making the music, there's some notes and some keys that create and evoke a different kind of emotion, you know? Like that note compared to this note next, it'll give you that feeling. It's just like it's dark, you know. It gives that emotion. So if you say something about like, okay, this is party music, or this is how I feel about this right now, and you can't force music, but you can always put yourself in that shoes. You know, you tell me something that happened to you, and you're like, oh, this is what I feel, and this is how I feel. Like melodies to me is like lyrics, you know. So it'll give you that emotion, you go from there. You just go from there. So
it kind of goes back to what you were asking us earlier. Like what is it that we do with our songs that makes it catchy? Is when we write melody first. A lot of people write lyrics first, and then they write some crazy poetic thing, and then try to make it fit to a melody. We do the opposite. We write the melody first, and then fill in the blanks. So if a word does not fit our melody, we just won't use it. We won't use the word just because it has a strong meaning. We'd rather have a strong melody. It just works better for us. It works for what we want. And a lot of producers work with music theory, and they just they take music as it is, as a science, and you can't do this, you can't do that. If you're doing a happy song, you shouldn't do this. We take it as a feeling. Like we break music rules all the time. And
when was the first time both of you started to create a beat, make something? How old were you,
like together? Oh, separately.
Separately.
10 or younger. It was kind of complicated because I didn't start out as a producer. I started out as a DJ. So I was DJing at a young age, but then production started kicking around 10.
Yeah. For me, I was actually a singer first, and I started singing very young, man.
And
very young.
There's another thing. Have any of you been in a music school or something?
I went to an art school, which was a music school, and I did a lot of musical theater, like acting and singing and stuff. But that's pretty much to the extent. I played a little bit of instrument here and there. Nothing crazy. I'm not really good at any instrument. I just kind of go with my ear, I guess. Right. I think that's how I'm in verses.
Both of us. Yeah. I had zero musical training whatsoever.
Okay.
Don't even ask me to play the piano live.
Okay, it's just about the way you feel things and curiosity and learning from internet. And
everything I do in music is self-taught. I've never been to production school. I've never been to music school. Nothing. It's just, You pick it up, you try, you fail, you do it again.
Yeah, you learn, you test yourself in there. It's just about trial and error, I guess. You know, you keep on, you do something, doesn't work, some works, and you keep it.
Part of music is experimental. You just gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta try it out.
Like you said, don't want to keep it boxed in. Just keep on trying it out and stuff.
I tried to search for albums or mixtape of Glowsticks. I couldn't find. I don't know. You have any album already or?
We have one
Mixtape.
EP, one
EP.
like mixtape. You can even call it a mixtape, but it's not really a mixtape because it's all original songs. And it's you can find it on our Facebook or our SoundCloud.
And you working on an album or mixtape?
We're working on a new EP right now. Actually, it should be coming out June 3rd. So.
This week.
And I don't know. I listen to a lot of music, but what's the difference of EP, mixtape, album? EP is mixtape.
EP is not. I mean, no. It like there's an LP and an EP. LP is the CD, like an album. EP is more like it's kind of like a, you know.
An EP is supposed to be a short album.
Yeah.
It's experimental.
No, nothing like that. Nothing to do with
Not
style or
necessarily.
anything. It's just like it's just more of
A short album. Usually EPs don't have the kind of promotion behind them that LPs have, just because they're like sometimes they're unofficial albums, and sometimes they're just short albums. That's another rule we break. Our EPs tend to be 1 or 2 songs longer than EP should be. But.
And how do you want to promote your EP? You want to make it worldwide, or for example, you are in Prague, you're promoting in Prague or Canada, or worldwide?
We make our music for whoever wants to listen to, man. If it's someone in like, some guy in Indonesia who likes our music listening to it, or some guy in Canada, or someone in Prague, whoever, it doesn't matter. I don't want to, it's music,
yeah.
We make music for people to listen to it, you know? I'm not
this,
really like, you're not allowed to listen to it.
This EP is more than just about showing our songs. It's also a showcase of our production, what we do as producers, our songwriting. Yeah. So it's one big talent show basically.
It's like
yeah.
It's us showing how different we can like the EP. If you listen, you'll see it when you hear the EP. It goes in different styles, and we mix a lot of genres together. Just because we kind of felt like doing it.
Yeah. Being from Canada, like when I think about Canada, I was doing some research, like Celine Dion, Michael Bublé, Justin Bieber, and of course Drake. But I don't know many artists from Canada. Does it work as motivation that you want to break down that barrier that just the good artists are just from the US, or you don't even think about it when you're doing music?
To be honest, there is legendary acts from Canada, man. Like even if you look at the history, someone like Bryan Adams is from Canada,
but then it comes back to kind of what you said. The biggest issue with the biggest Canadian artists is they all became famous in the States.
That's the thing.
Like even Drake, he became famous in the States. Justin Bieber in the States, right? So it's rare that you get someone like Michael Bublé who blew up from within Canada, right?
Yeah, I think bands, even like a band like Nickelback. I don't think people know that they're Canadian.
No.
They're Canadian, man. They're Canadian. You know, Avril Lavigne is Canadian. You know, there's a lot of
Canadian.
Actually,
a lot of Canadian. It's the same way there's a lot of Canadian actors.
Yeah.
That people don't know are Canadian. They think they're American, right?
But it's just because it's really hard. That's one of the things we're trying to do too. We're trying to come into Canada from the outside. Or I mean, in North America, it's not, our focus is not just Canada. We want to go everywhere, but Europe is a good market for us right now.
We don't want to put a boundary on our music. We'll go wherever.
Yeah.
And do whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, because me, for example, being from Portugal, and if I would feel that a lot of Spanish acts are doing theoretically much better than the Portuguese acts, I would be like, fuck, I wanna do better than them, you know.
Yeah.
I was just asking if you.
We try to fight within ourselves. Like I don't want to really compete with another artist or another country, or like, it's just too much.
I think that's one of the biggest flaws between artists is they focus too much on what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this person's doing this music. Maybe I should change my style because you know The Weeknd comes out with a certain type of music, and now everybody wants to sing like The Weeknd. You know, it's like Drake was doing a certain style of rap, and now everybody wants to rap like Drake. Yeah. It's just, in my opinion, just do you. There's a reason why those people became who they became. It's because they just continue to do what you feel like doing. And if people like you, people like you. If they don't, then just keep doing it if you love it. So what?
What's your plan to brand the TGS name globally? Because I see some guys like Mac Miller, Waka Flocka before Wiz Khalifa, and I understand that they became like rich even before signing a deal. Like they were promoting themselves, YouTube videos were having millions of views, they were selling out shows everywhere, so they didn't need really a label to help them to do all this. How do you feel about it? You think that to break it off you need to have a label behind you, or you can be independent and achieve the same kind of success?
You don't need a label. It all depends on what you want to do. Obviously labels have power that that you don't, as an independent person, you won't necessarily have, and they have more resources. But it all depends on what you want to do. If all you want to do is become famous and be rich, then go sign with a label and do that. If all you care about is your fans and performing around the world, and you don't care if you're playing in front of 200 people or 10,000 people, then just do you. That's the way we see it. Right now we're independent. Everything we've done so far, we've done on our own.
But how to be independent and sell out shows with 1,000 people like these guys made, like Mac Miller does it, being independent now?
For us, there's something that sets us, I feel like there's something that sets us, is unique about us, is that, first of all, we're a production team. We produce for people and artists, and other artists want to work with us, and we are our own artist. We make our own music. We're a band. We're actually a band, and the kind of music we make right now is not coming out in a band format with like live instruments and stuff. I respect people like Wiz and Mac Miller and all of them, because they worked their asses off. It didn't happen for them in like overnight, and that's one of the biggest I guess misconceptions, that it kind of happens from nowhere. It does for some people, but there are artists that work their asses off just like us, because we work our asses off, and we try to make it happen through the underground way, and then after that, what he said is true. It depends on what you want to do with it. You want to go to the masses, you take the next step, you grow with it. You can't really force feed it. If you force feed it, you'll become an artist like Britney Spears, who's kind of manufactured. If you keep on doing yourself and people like it, then you go somewhere by yourselves and you have your underground thing. And labels, labels are there. If they're gonna help you, they're gonna help you. If not, then you do it yourself. At the end of the day, no one's gonna help you unless you help yourself. So.
Because I see a lot of people now criticizing the 360 deal that the labels offer, that they take a lot of money from the artists. So I just wanted to feel what's your
opinion about it. You have to look at it from the point of view of the label too. It depends on what you're doing as the artist. You have artists who write their own songs, co-produce their own music, and do a lot towards their music. So these artists deserve better deals than artists who don't do anything but like sing.
Yeah.
Some artists don't do anything but sing. They don't even write a single word on their song. So you're not. Do you really deserve a humongous deal when all you're doing is singing someone else's work?
Yeah.
So you have to look at it. There's more to music than people think, and sometimes people are like, oh, this guy has amazing songs, but what you don't realize is he doesn't have amazing songs. The producers and the writers who wrote his songs have amazing songs. He's just
the platform. He's a platform. Yeah, exactly. He's like more like he's the face of the song, as he said.
And I think that's what people tend to neglect when they're looking at music. It's like, oh, the labels are ripping off this artist. Well, behind that artist is a bunch of people who are working their ass off for that artist to be where he is. So don't they also deserve money? So.
Today, if we got signed today, the Glowsticks got signed today, all we would really need, realistically, would be a studio to mix and master our album, and promo, and distribution, stuff like that. That's it. But for us, we don't need writers. We don't need people to make music for us. That's what we do ourselves. We're, I guess in a sense, we're true musicians in the sense that we do it ourselves. We don't and that's the good thing about us. I'm not saying this to boost ourselves up. It's just how we are. We talk about it. This is something we wanted to focus on and do it and push, because at the end of the day, labels have their headaches. We have our headaches, and we want to make music art. We don't want too much limitation. I don't want a label to come up to be like, yo, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's my creative process. If you don't like my creative process, why are you gonna work with me?
It's all about what you want to do, man.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's all about what you want to do. Like right now, we're not in a rush to get signed, because it's our full-time job, and we make enough as anyone who's working a regular job salary. You know, we're not rich or anything like that, but we're happy. We get to do what we love, whenever we want, however we want.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Without limitations. So you know, it's a give and take, and sometimes, you know, look at all the famous people. Is this fame really, like, it's, you know, superstardom really a good thing or a bad thing? There's a lot of negative things that come with it, right?
Yeah.
You have to be ready for that. Are you ready for, you know, people to follow you every single where you go? You know, you can't go anywhere without cameras in your face and stuff. So are you ready to give up your private life for that? You know, are you ready to give up the ability to start a healthy family? Because it's almost impossible. I mean, some artists do it, but it's really hard because
you pretty much have to stop what you're doing for a while and get into a routine. You know, it's all about.
So there's a lot of elements to it that people don't realize. Everyone's like, I want to be rich and famous. And okay, well, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to be rich and famous? You know.
So work ethic. How many hours a day you guys spend on music?
You want to get this one?
That's a good question. Kind of depends. We do like 3 months on, 3 months off in terms of intensity. During our 3 months on, it's usually when we're working on a project, we do literally over 17, 18 hours a day.
So
every day.
It's not easy at all. Most of the people work 8 hours, and they think that the artists, they spend time just drinking, going out, and stuff like that. So you actually work a lot to make it.
And then on our 3 months off, we do an average of like 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Pretty. That's off, by the way.
Okay. those are the, we call it off because that's the 3 months that we like go out and stuff. So we do like.
So during 3 months
work in the morning and afternoon, party at night. Sometimes opposite.
During the time you are actually on, you don't go out at all.
No.
No, man, 17 hours.
Only for special occasions, like if it's someone's birthday, someone invites us to an album release party or something. There has to be a good reason to go out, not just Saturday night. Let's go out. Yeah, okay. We're very disciplined when it comes to that, actually.
And you guys are, I heard you guys are opening Pitbull in Prague. Is I don't know, June 17th? Yeah. So how you guys feel about it, and how did that happen to you and not to any other artists in Prague? Why are you opening the Pitbull in Prague and not any other artist?
I mean, the thing is, it happened because we contacted them, and you know we don't like to sit and wait for something to happen. You know, I don't want someone to come up to me and be like, "Oh, here's a Pitbull show." I'd rather be like.
It happened to us because we went for it.
Yeah,
we took our chance. We went for it, and we got it.
Because I bet that a lot of people that doesn't know that, they will be like, "Oh, the Glowsticks are opening Pitbull in Prague just because they have some connection with someone, or someone helped them." Is how everyone always sees something when it happens to someone. Is also,
you know
someone else.
Yeah, you're right.
You went for it.
You're right. We do have connections, but we have that connection now because we went for it. That's how it is. That's how you make connections. Connection is not gonna come to you. You have to network.
You have to establish a connection in order for the connection to exist.
Exactly.
Now the promoters who are doing the Pitbull show, who do other shows in Prague, now we have a good relationship with them because of the 3 months we spent talking to them just to try to get
nothing was given to you.
No, nothing in this world is ever given to you.
Yeah,
and if you're waiting for someone to give you something, then just go to sleep, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Even sleep will come like that.
Like, and I know everyone, like you said, everyone thinks that artists and musicians and actors and models, we do nothing. But I guarantee you that anyone who works in the entertainment industry is by far one of the hardest working people.
Yeah, works harder than 9 to 5 people for sure.
Because there is no work days and weekends.
Off days and weekends.
We don't we have to party on Mondays sometimes because our weekends are not because our weekends are not ours. Sometimes we have to perform on weekends, or we have to be in the studio on a Saturday night, and it can just happen. Like, you know, anyone who's working a 9 to 5, you know what days you're working and what time you walk into the office
and how much money you will get.
You walk into the office, you walk out. Us, it's constant work, it's constant projects. It's like you have slow months, you have good months, you have crazy months, you have bad months. Sometimes you have months where like there's literally no one's doing anything, no one's working on any music, and you're like, what is going on? You know. So it's It's crazy, man. It's a lot. It's a lot more work than anyone thinks it is.
It's just like it's glorified as, you know, you're partying or whatever, and you know, you have your good times, you know. But believe me, behind the scenes, like getting that Pitbull show was is you getting it for one day, and the announcement was one day, but getting that show was like 2.5 months of work. As simple as that, you know.
Okay, and congrats, guys.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. We're excited for that show, and you guys, if you're here, June 17th, Tesla Arena, is it? Yeah.
Well, it's Tip Sport Arena.
Tip Sport Arena now. So
just one more thing. You think that Pitbull show can be like a huge step in your career? How are you gonna capitalize on that? Because you can open Pitbull show and then that's all, and no one ever heard about you. And how are you gonna capitalize that?
You never know. Man.
For us, we're not going into this show like expecting the world. We're not expecting to be the next biggest superstar from this one show. That's not how we look at it. But yes, you're right. There's a lot of ways to do it. It's a long-term thing for us. We're gonna get good footage. Hopefully, we'll meet their management. We'll do something like that. It's good for our resume. We'll get more shows like that. You know, so it's a long-term thing.
The truth of it is, you never know. You never know what tomorrow can bring. You never know what a certain opportunity can bring you. It could bring you nothing. It could bring you the world. But with every opportunity, the best approach is give it your all, and hope for the best. And if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, what did you lose? You're still in the same place you were yesterday, so you didn't lose anything. There's only up from here, man.
That's good. I'm excited. I'm excited because it's going to be a good experience for us. It's going to be good for us to expose ourselves to a lot of people, and plus, you know, it gives you that credibility in a sense, because, you know,
for us it's just another notch on our own personal belt. If anything, it's healthy for our own personal artistic egos, you know.
Yeah.
We're more than happy to do the show.
Yeah.
I bet you are.
And believe me, our artistic ego is pretty big already. So.
Name 3 places you like to go out in Prague.
First would obviously be. I got the M. You got the one. Put the one. M1. Sasazu, right?
Sasazu if there's a special event.
Mm-hmm.
Third one's kind of hard. Third one's kind of just go wherever.
Yeah.
Name 3 artists in Czech Republic or Slovakia that you see breaking through in the next years.
Breaking through.
That's
Well, breaking through. I'm not sure. I mean, the ones I would name have already broken through, but
maybe that the new kid, the kid from
maybe Gemini, maybe.
Yeah, he's working with the right people.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna say Dave Gemini just because we're producing his album.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's.
The most talented artist that you ever worked with.
The most talented artist that we ever worked with. Has to be like someone like.
Jermaine, maybe.
Jermaine is really sick. He's a guy from. He's from Toronto. He lives in New York right now. He's his own solo artist, but he also does backup singing for Ryan Leslie.
Ryan Leslie, yeah, he's
and
one of my favorite artists right now.
Believe me, he's a really good singer. And another guy that I really like, 2 more guys actually. I'm a big fan of another MC rapper from Toronto, 3 Card. He's our friend.
3
Card, and then one of our good friends, Nick Moore.
Nick Moore, amazing singer.
Amazing singer too.
Amazing singer.
There's a lot of talented musicians we work with, man. It's hard to pick, you know. Richie Blacks is sick too.
Greer
is sick.
There's a long list. But like if I had to focus on 3, those would be my 3.
Okay. And the most hardworking artist you ever met?
This guy here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say this guy here. We work hard, you know. So if you're trying to say other than us.
I mean, even Tina.
Tina
was really hardworking. Tina was very dedicated. Even when she was sick, she showed up to the studio.
Yeah.
No hesitation. We told her stay home and rest your voice, and she was like, "No, I'm coming to the studio." You know.
As a matter of fact, just because she's very hospitable, so she even took us out that night, kind of thing. You know, just wanted to make sure we were okay. So it's, you know, she's a hardworking.
Even Ben.
Shout out to Tina. Ben
works really, really hard, man.
Yeah.
And Osama Versatile, Ricky Basil, who are you guys?
It's the Glowsticks, baby.
It's the Glowsticks, baby. I like to do this part. I can handle. I can hold it. Here's a message from the Glowsticks.
Yeah. Our album's gonna be coming out June 3rd, which is very
June
soon.
3rd. Late Mornings, the EP dropping out.
EP, yeah, that's right. It's the next album. But you know what I mean. Get it up, pick it up. You guys will probably be out by the time it comes out. This video comes out. So if you don't have it by now, make sure you pick it up. Pitbull, we're gonna be opening up for him on June 17th at TIFF Sport Arena. And yeah, man, just add us on Facebook.com/theglowsticks.
And
keep in touch.
Come to M1 on Monday nights.
Yeah, definitely.
Mad Monday, don't forget.
Erasmus, come on, baby.
Mad Mondays.
You might even see the Glowsticks there.
Change it to Bad Mondays. That's when we get bad.
This was Prague Party People TV. Get to know me series. This was the episode 2. Get ready for the next one. Stay tuned.
Peace.
So go on, move on, get gone, get away from me. Too late to play them games, too late to feel this way. Cause I loved you, baby, but the feelings I see yesterday. Thought I wanted you on my side, don't wanna if it's a lie.